Hello, English learners. I'm Emma, and I'll be your guide today. If you're new here, I just want to say you're in the right place, because on this channel, we share a new English learning video every single day to help you improve your English step by step in a simple and natural way. In today's lesson, you're going to do something very powerful. You're not just going to learn English, you're going to experience real American English conversations, the kind of English people actually use in daily life, at work, with friends, on the phone, at the store, everywhere. This is going to help you improve both your listening and your speaking skills in a very practical and real way. We're going to go through many real-life conversation examples together, slowly, clearly, and naturally, so you can understand how sentences are built, how native speakers connect their ideas, and how you can start speaking more fluently without overthinking. You'll also practice repeating sentences, answering questions, and even creating your own responses, so your brain can start thinking in English more easily. This lesson is designed especially for B1 to B2 level learners, so if you already know some basic English, and now, so you want to sound more natural, more confident, and more fluent, this is exactly what you need. As you listen, try not to just understand. Try to feel the rhythm of English. Notice how sentences flow, how words connect, and how simple ideas can be expressed in many different ways. If you can, grab a pen and paper and write down useful phrases or repeat sentences out loud. This will help you remember faster and speak more confidently. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss a new lesson that can help you grow your English every day. So, take a deep breath, relax, and get ready to practice real American English with me. Let's get started. Let's start with a simple and natural situation. Imagine you just woke up in the morning and you are talking to a friend or a family member about your plans for the day. This is one of the most common types of conversations in daily life, and it's also one of the best ways to practice real American English. So listen carefully, and after each part, try to repeat and feel the rhythm. Hey, good morning. Did you sleep well? Yeah, I slept pretty well. I was a little tired last night, so I went to bed early. What about you? Honestly, not really. I stayed up late watching something, so I'm a bit sleepy now. Yeah, I know that feeling. It happens to me too, sometimes. Now, take a moment and try to repeat these sentences slowly. I slept pretty well. I went to bed early. I stayed up late. I'm a bit sleepy. These are very natural phrases, and you can use them almost every day. Now, let's continue the conversation. So, what are you doing today? I don't have anything special planned. I might just stay home and finish some work. That sounds nice. I have a busy day. I need to go to the office. And then I have a meeting in the afternoon. Oh, that sounds stressful. Try not to overwork yourself. Yeah, I'll try. Now, pause again and repeat after me. I don't have anything special planned. I might just stay home. I have a busy day. I need to go to the office. I have a meeting in the afternoon. Notice how simple these sentences are. but they sound very natural and fluent. Now, let's practice a small variation. Imagine someone asks you, "What are you doing today?" You can answer in different ways. For example, "I'm going to run some errands." "I'm planning to meet a friend." "I just want to relax today." "I have a lot of things to do." Try to say these out loud, slowly and clearly. Now, let's move into another real-life situation. Ordering coffee at a cafe. This is something people do almost every day, and it's a great way to learn natural conversation patterns. "Hi, can I get a medium coffee, please?" "Sure. Would you like anything in it?" "Yes, just a little milk, please." "No sugar?" "No, that's all. Thank you." "All right. Anything else?" "No, that's it." "Okay, your total is $5. Here you go." "Thank you. Your order will be ready in a few minutes." Now, repeat some key phrases. "Can I get a medium coffee, please?" "Would you like anything in it?" "Just a little milk." "No, that's all." "Anything else?" "That's it." These short phrases are extremely important because they are used again and again in real conversations. Now, let's make it a little more interactive. I will ask you a question, and you try to answer out loud. Imagine you are at a cafe. What would you say if you want tea instead of coffee? You can say, "Can I get a cup of tea, please?" Good. Now, try again, but this time add something. "Can I get a cup of tea with lemon, please?" Excellent. Now, let's continue with another everyday situation. Talking to a coworker at work. "Hey, did you finish that report?" "I'm almost done. I just need a little more time." "All right. Try to send it before noon." "Yeah, I'll send it as soon as I finish." "Thanks. I appreciate it." "No problem." Now, repeat. "I'm almost done. I just need a little more time. I'll send it as soon as I finish." "I appreciate it." These are very common expressions in professional conversations, and they help you sound more natural and confident. Now, let's practice expanding your answers. Instead of saying just, "I'm busy," you can say, "I'm a bit busy right now, but I'll talk to you later." Instead of saying, "I'm tired," you can say, "I'm really tired today because I didn't sleep well last night." This is how you move from basic English to more fluent English. Let's try a short speaking exercise. I'll give you a situation, and you respond. Imagine your friend asks, "Why are you tired today?" You can answer, "I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm feeling really tired today." Now, try it again, but say it more smoothly. "I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm feeling really tired today." Now, let's move into a casual conversation between friends. "Hey, do you want to hang out later?" "Maybe." "What do you have in mind?" "I was thinking we could watch a movie or grab something to eat." "That sounds good. What time?" "How about around 7?" "Yeah, that works for me." Now, repeat. "Do you want to hang out later?" "What do you have in mind?" "That sounds good." "What time?" "That works for me." These are very natural and friendly expressions, and you will hear them a lot in everyday English. Now, let's practice making your own sentence. Imagine someone invites you, but you're busy. You can say, "I'd love to," but I already have plans. Or, I can't today, but maybe another time. Try to say it out loud, slowly and naturally. Now. So let's go into another important situation, talking on the phone. Hi, is this John? Yes, speaking. Hey John, it's Emma. I just wanted to check if you're free tomorrow. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm free. In the afternoon. Great. Let's meet then. Repeat these phrases. Is this John? Yes, speaking. I just wanted to check. Are you free tomorrow? Let me see. I think I'm free. These phrases are very useful for phone conversations. Now, take a deep breath and try to feel how your English is already becoming smoother. You are not just learning words, you are learning how to connect ideas, how to respond naturally, and how to communicate in real situations. Let's continue with one more practice. Imagine someone asks you, "What did you do yesterday?" You can answer, "Yesterday, I stayed home and finished some work. Then I watched a movie in the evening." Now, try to say it again, but a little faster. Yesterday, I stayed home and finished some work. Then I watched a movie in the evening. This is how you build fluency, step by step, sentence by sentence, conversation by conversation. Let's continue. And now, you will move into another very natural daily life situation, talking about your routine with someone. This is something you will use again and again, so it's very important to feel comfortable with it. Listen carefully, and then repeat. So, what does your typical day look like? Well, I usually wake up around 7 in the morning, then I check my phone for a few minutes. After that, I get ready and have breakfast. That sounds pretty normal. Do you go to work right after that? Yeah, I usually leave the house around 8:30. Now, pause and repeat these sentences slowly. I usually wake up around 7. I check my phone. I get ready. I have breakfast. I leave the house. Notice how these simple verbs are used in a natural sequence. This is how native speakers describe their day. Now, let's continue the conversation. What do you usually do after work? It depends. Sometimes I go to the gym. Sometimes I just go home and relax. Yeah, I feel the same. After a long day, I just want to rest. Now, repeat. It depends. Sometimes I go to the gym. Sometimes I just relax. After a long day, I just want to rest. These are very flexible expressions, and you can use them in many situations. Now, let's do a short speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. What do you usually do in the evening? You can say, in the evening, I usually watch something, or I spend time with my family. Try again, but make it a little longer. In the evening, I usually watch something, or spend time with my family. And sometimes, I read a book. Now, let's move into a real-life situation, going to a grocery store. This is very practical, and you will hear these kinds of conversations often. Excuse me, where can I find the milk? It's in aisle 3. Thank you. You're welcome. Later, at the checkout. Hi, did you find everything you were looking for? Yes, I did. Thank you. All right, your total is $20. Here you go. Now, repeat. Where can I find the milk? It's in aisle 3. Did you find everything? Yes, I did. Your total is. Here you go. These are short, but powerful phrases. Now, let's expand the situation. Imagine you can't find something. You can say, I've been looking for this, but I can't find it. Or, do you have this in a different size? Or, is there another option? Try to say these out loud. Now, let's move into another everyday situation, talking about food. What did you have for lunch? I had something simple, just a sandwich, and some juice. That sounds nice. I didn't have time to eat properly. Yeah, sometimes it gets busy. Repeat. I had something simple, just a sandwich. I didn't have time. Sometimes it gets busy. These expressions are very common in casual conversations. Now, let's practice giving opinions. Imagine someone asks, How was the food? You can answer, It was really good. Or, It was okay, nothing special. Or, I didn't really like it. Try saying each one and notice the tone. Now, let's continue with a slightly longer conversation. Hey, have you tried that new restaurant downtown? Not yet. Is it good? Yeah, the food is amazing, and the atmosphere is really nice. That sounds interesting. Maybe I'll check it out this weekend. You should. I think you'll like it. Now, repeat. Have you tried that new restaurant? Not yet. Is it good? The food is amazing. Maybe I'll check it out. I think you'll like it. These are natural expressions for recommendations. Now, let's practice your response. Imagine someone recommends a place to you. You can say, That sounds great. I'll definitely try it. Or, Thanks for the suggestion. I'll check it out. Try to say both. Now. So let's move into a very common daily life situation, asking for directions. Excuse me, how do I get to the nearest bank? Go straight, then turn left at the corner. It's right next to the supermarket. Okay, thank you so much. No problem. Repeat. How do I get to? Go straight, turn left. It's next to, thank you so much. These phrases are extremely useful when you're outside. Now, let's make it a little more detailed. Imagine you didn't understand the directions. You can say, Sorry, could you repeat that? Or, Can you say that again, more slowly? Or, I didn't quite get that. Try to repeat these politely. Now, so let's move into another important conversation, making plans. Are you free this weekend? I think so. What's up? I was thinking, we could go out for dinner. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Great, let's decide a place later. Repeat. Are you free this weekend? What's up? I was thinking we could. That sounds like a good idea. Let's decide later. These expressions help you sound natural when making plans. Now, let's practice changing plans. Imagine something comes up. You can say, Hey, something came up. Can we reschedule? Or, I'm sorry, I won't be able to make it. Or, Can we do it another day? Try to say these clearly. Now, and take a moment and feel how you are connecting sentences more naturally. You are not just memorizing, you are practicing real communication. Let's do one more speaking exercise. I'll give you a situation, and you respond. Imagine your friend asks, What are your plans for the weekend? You can answer, I don't have anything special planned. I might just relax at home or meet a friend. Now, Try again and make it smoother. Now, let's move into a slightly deeper conversation, expressing feelings. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling a bit tired, but overall, I'm okay. Yeah, same here. It's been a long week. Hopefully, we can get some rest soon. Repeat. I'm feeling a bit tired. Overall, I'm okay. It's been a long week. Hopefully, we can get some rest. These phrases help you express emotions naturally. Now, try your own sentence. I'm feeling a bit, and complete it. Maybe happy, stressed, or excited. Say it out loud. You are doing great. Just keep listening, keep repeating, and keep practicing. This is exactly how fluency builds over time. Let's continue. And now, we'll move into another very natural and important part of daily English, talking about past experiences. This is something you use all the time when you talk with friends, coworkers, or even new people. So listen carefully and then repeat with me. Hey, what did you do last weekend? Last weekend. I didn't do much. I mostly stayed at home and relaxed. That sounds nice. Sometimes we really need that kind of break. Yeah, I watched a couple of movies and cleaned my room. Now, we'll pause and repeat slowly. I didn't do much. I mostly stayed at home. I relaxed. I watched a couple of movies. I cleaned my room. These are very natural past tense structures. Simple, clear, and very useful. Now, let's continue the conversation. Did you go out at all? Not really. I thought about going out, but I felt too tired. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes staying in is better. Repeat. Did you go out at all? Not really. I thought about going out. I felt too tired. Sometimes staying in is better. Notice how these short answers sound very natural. Now, let's practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. What did you do yesterday? You can say, yesterday, I worked for a few hours. Then I rested and watched something in the evening. Now, try again, but add more detail. Yesterday, I worked for a few hours. Then I took a short break, and later I watched something in the evening. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, meeting someone after a long time. This is very common and very useful. Hey, it's been a while. How have you been? I've been good, just busy with work. What about you? Same here. Work has been keeping me busy. Yeah, life gets like that sometimes. Now, repeat. It's been a while. How have you been? I've been good. Just busy with work. Life gets like that. These expressions help you sound natural in social conversations. Now, let's expand your answer. Instead of saying just, I've been good, you can say, I've been good, just a bit busy lately with work and other things. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into a situation where you're sharing an experience. I tried something new yesterday. Oh, really? What did you try? I tried cooking a new recipe, and it turned out pretty good. That's great. I love trying new things. Repeat. I tried something new. What did you try? It turned out pretty good. I love trying new things. These phrases are very useful when sharing experiences. Now, let's practice your own response. Imagine someone asks you, "Did you try anything new recently?" You can say, "Yeah, I tried learning a new skill, and it was really interesting." Try again and make it smoother. Now, let's move into another important conversation type, making small talk. This is something native speakers do all the time. Nice weather today, right? Yeah, it's really nice. Much better than yesterday. I know, yesterday was too hot. Yeah, today feels much more comfortable. Repeat. Nice weather today. It's really nice. Much better than yesterday. Today feels more comfortable. These are simple, but very natural. Now, let's expand this. You can say, "It's really nice today. I think I might go out later." Or, "It's a bit cold today. I might just stay inside." Try to say both. Now, let's move into another everyday situation, asking for help. "Hey, can you help me with this?" "Sure. What do you need?" "I'm trying to figure this out, but I'm a bit confused." "Let me take a look." Repeat. "Can you help me with this?" "What do you need?" "I'm trying to figure this out." "I'm a bit confused." "Let me take a look." These are very useful phrases. Now, let's practice a polite version. "Excuse me. Could you help me with something?" This sounds more formal. Try to repeat it. Now, let's move into another situation, apologizing. "Hey, I'm sorry I'm late." "It's okay. Don't worry about it." "There was a lot of traffic." "Yeah, that happens." Repeat. "I'm sorry I'm late." "It's okay. Don't worry about it." "There was a lot of traffic." These are very common in daily conversations. Now, let's expand your apology. Instead of just saying, "I'm sorry," you can say, "I'm really sorry. I got delayed because of traffic." Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another important conversation, giving reasons. "Why didn't you come yesterday?" "I couldn't come because I wasn't feeling well." "Oh, I hope you're feeling better now." "Yeah, I'm feeling much better today." Repeat. "I couldn't come because I wasn't feeling well." "I hope you're feeling better." "I'm feeling much better." These structures are very important. Now, let's practice. I'll give you a sentence, and you complete it. "I didn't go because..." Now, say your own reason. Maybe. "I didn't go because I was too tired." Try again, with a different reason. Now, why take a moment and notice your progress. You are now able to talk about the present, the past, your feelings, your plans, and your experiences. This is exactly what B1 to B2 level fluency looks like. Let's do one more speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, "How was your day yesterday?" You can answer, "Yesterday was pretty good. I finished my work early. Then I relaxed and watched something in the evening." Now, say it again, more naturally. Keep going, keep practicing, and let your English flow more naturally with each sentence. Let's continue. And now, she will move into another very important part of real American English conversations, talking about future plans and intentions. This is something you use almost every day when you talk about what you're going to do, what you're planning, or what you hope will happen. So listen carefully, and then repeat. So, what are you going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm going to finish some work in the morning, and then I'm planning to meet a friend in the evening. That sounds like a good plan. Do you already know where you're going? Not yet. We're still deciding. Now, pause, and repeat slowly. What are you going to do tomorrow? I'm going to finish some work. I'm planning to meet a friend. That sounds like a good plan. We're still deciding. These structures are very common when talking about the future. Now, let's continue the conversation. Do you have anything planned for next week? Yeah, I have a couple of things planned. I need to attend a meeting, and I also want to start a new project. That sounds exciting. I hope everything goes well. Thanks. I hope so too. Repeat. Do you have anything planned? I have a couple of things planned. I need to attend a meeting. I want to start a new project. I hope everything goes well. These expressions help you sound more natural and fluent. Now, let's do a short speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. What are you going to do this evening? You can say, "This evening, I'm going to relax and maybe watch something." Now, try again, but add more detail. This evening, I'm going to relax, watch something, and maybe talk to a friend. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, making decisions. This is something you do constantly in conversations. I'm not sure what to eat today. Why don't you try something new? That's a good idea. Maybe I'll order something different. Yay! It's always nice to try something new. Repeat. I'm not sure. Why don't you try? That's a good idea. Maybe I'll. It's always nice to. These are very useful conversational patterns. Now, let's practice giving suggestions. Imagine your friend says, "I'm bored." You can say, "Why don't you watch a movie?" Or, "You could go for a walk." Or, "Maybe you should call a friend." Try to say these naturally. Now, so let's move into another common situation, agreeing and disagreeing. This is very important in conversations. I think this place is really good. Yeah, I agree. The food here is amazing. Or, I'm not sure. I think it's just okay. Repeat. I agree. I'm not sure. I think it's really good. I think it's just okay. These expressions help you express your opinion clearly. Now, let's expand your responses. Instead of saying just, "I agree," you can say, "Yeah, I completely agree with you." Or, "I agree. It's really good." Try to say both, now. So let's move into another everyday conversation, asking for opinions. What do you think about this? I think it's a good idea. Really? I'm not sure about it. Why not? I just feel like it might not work. Repeat. What do you think? I think it's a good idea. I'm not sure. Why not? It might not work. These phrases are very common in discussions. Now, let's practice your own opinion. Imagine someone asks, "What do you think about learning English every day?" You can say, "I think it's very helpful because it helps you improve faster." Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another situation, talking about preferences. Do you prefer coffee or tea? I prefer coffee, especially in the morning. Yeah, coffee helps me wake up. Same here. Repeat. Do you prefer? I prefer, especially in the morning. It helps me wake up. Same here. These are very useful in daily conversations. Now, let's expand your answer. Instead of just saying, I prefer coffee, you can say, I prefer coffee because it gives me more energy. Try to say it clearly. Now, let's move into another important conversation, describing problems. Hey, I'm having trouble with something. What's wrong? I can't seem to finish my work on time. Maybe you need to take short breaks. Yeah, that might help. Repeat. I'm having trouble. What's wrong? I can't seem to. Maybe you need to. That might help. These phrases are very useful when talking about difficulties. Now, let's practice giving advice. Imagine someone says, I'm feeling stressed. You can say, maybe you should take a break. Or, you should try to relax. Or, it might help to talk to someone. Try to say these calmly, now. So let's move into another real-life conversation, talking about time. What time is it? It's around 3 p.m. Oh, I didn't realize it was that late. Yeah, time goes by fast. Repeat. What time is it? It's around. I didn't realize. Time goes by fast. These are very natural expressions. Now, let's expand this. You can say, I didn't realize how fast time passed. Try to say it smoothly. Now, take a moment and notice how your sentences are becoming longer, more natural, and more connected. This is how you move from intermediate to upper intermediate English. Let's do one more speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, what are you planning to do this weekend? You can answer, I'm planning to relax. Maybe go out for a bit and spend some time with my family. Now, I'll say it again, more smoothly. You're doing really well. Just keep listening, keep repeating, and keep building your confidence step by step. Let's continue. And now, we'll move into another very important and natural part of everyday English, talking about habits, lifestyle, and things you do regularly. This will help you sound more natural in longer conversations and also help you express yourself more clearly. So listen carefully and then repeat. Do you usually exercise? Yeah, I try to work out at least 3 times a week. That's good. I've been trying to exercise more, but it's hard to stay consistent. Yeah, I understand. It takes time to build a habit. Now, son, pause and repeat slowly. I try to work out at least 3 times a week. I've been trying to. It's hard to stay consistent. It takes time to build a habit. These expressions are very useful when talking about routines and habits. Now, let's continue the conversation. What kind of exercise do you usually do? I usually go for a run, or sometimes I just do a short workout at home. That sounds good. I prefer walking. It helps me relax. Repeat. What kind of exercise? I usually go for a run. Sometimes I prefer walking. It helps me relax. These phrases are simple but very natural. Now, let's do a speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. What do you usually do to stay healthy? You can say, I try to eat healthy food and stay active. Now, I'll try again and make it longer. I try to eat healthy food, stay active, and get enough sleep. Now, let's move into another everyday topic, talking about learning English. This is very useful for you. How do you usually practice your English? I usually watch videos, listen to conversations, and try to speak as much as I can. That's a good way to learn. Practice really makes a difference. Yeah, I've noticed that the more I practice, the more confident I feel. Repeat. How do you usually practice? I usually watch. I try to speak. Practice makes a difference. The more I practice, the more confident I feel. These structures are very powerful. Now, so let's expand your answer. Instead of saying I practice every day, you can say I try to practice every day, even if it's just for a short time. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, talking about free time. What do you like to do in your free time? In my free time, I like to watch movies, listen to music, and sometimes go out with friends. That sounds fun. I usually just relax at home. Repeat. What do you like to do? In my free time, I like to watch, sometimes go out. I usually just relax. These phrases are very common in casual conversations. Now, let's practice giving more detail. Instead of saying I like movies, you can say, I like watching movies because it helps me relax after a long day. Try to say it clearly. Now, let's move into another situation, talking about likes and dislikes. Do you like cooking? I like it sometimes, but not every day. Yeah, it can be tiring. Exactly, especially after a long day. Repeat. Do you like? I like it sometimes, but not every day. It can be tiring, especially after a long day. These are very natural responses. Now, let's expand your answer. I like cooking sometimes, but I don't always have the time or energy. Try to say it smoothly. Now. So let's move into another important conversation, talking about goals. What are you trying to improve these days? I'm trying to improve my English speaking skills. That's great. You're already doing a good job. Thanks. I just want to become more fluent. Repeat. What are you trying to improve? I'm trying to improve. You're doing a good job. I just want to become more fluent. These expressions are very motivating and useful. Now, let's practice your own response. Imagine someone asks you, what is your goal right now? You can say, my goal right now is to improve my English and speak more confidently. Try to say it naturally. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, giving compliments. Hey, you did a great job on that presentation. Thanks. I really appreciate it. You explained everything very clearly. I'm glad you think so. Repeat. You did a great job. I really appreciate it. You explained everything clearly. I'm glad you think so. These phrases are very useful in both casual and professional settings. Now, let's practice responding to compliments. Instead of just saying thanks, you can say, thanks. That means a lot. Or, I appreciate that. Try to say both. Now, let's move into another important conversation, asking for clarification. Sorry, what do you mean? I mean that we should finish this before tomorrow. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Repeat. What do you mean? I mean that. Oh, I see. That makes sense. These phrases are very important for understanding conversations. Now, let's expand this. You can say, sorry, I didn't quite understand. Could you explain it again? Try to say it politely. Now, let's move into another situation, talking about preferences in daily life. Do you like working in the morning or at night? I prefer working in the morning. I feel more focused. Yeah, I feel the same. Repeat. Do you like working? I prefer. I feel more focused. I feel the same. These are very natural patterns. Now, so let's practice a longer answer. I prefer working in the morning because I have more energy and I can focus better. Try to say it smoothly. Now, take a moment and notice how your English is becoming more flexible. You can now talk about habits, preferences, goals, and daily life in a much more natural way. Let's do one more speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, "What do you usually do to relax?" You can answer, "I usually watch something, listen to music, or just take a short break." Now, say it again, more naturally. Keep going. You are building real fluency step by step, and you're doing an excellent job staying consistent. Let's continue. And now, we'll move into another very important part of real-life English conversations, talking about work, responsibilities, and daily tasks. This is something you will use very often, especially if you talk to coworkers, classmates, or even friends. So listen carefully and then repeat. How's work going these days? It's going pretty well. I've been a bit busy lately, but I'm managing. That's good to hear. What have you been working on? I've been working on a new project. It's a bit challenging, but I'm learning a lot. Now, pause and repeat slowly. How's work going? It's going pretty well. I've been a bit busy lately. I'm managing. I've been working on. It's a bit challenging. I'm learning a lot. These are very natural expressions used in daily conversations. Now, let's continue the conversation. Do you enjoy what you're doing? Yeah, for the most part. I like it. But sometimes it can be stressful. Yeah, I understand. Every job has its ups and downs. Repeat. Do you enjoy what you're doing? For the most part. Sometimes it can be stressful. Every job has its ups and downs. These phrases help you express balanced opinions. Now, let's do a speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. How is your work or study going these days? You can say, "It's going well. I've been a bit busy, but I'm learning new things." Now, try again and make it smoother. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, asking about someone's day at work. How was your day? It was quite busy. I had a lot of tasks to finish. Yeah, those days can be exhausting. Exactly. I'm really tired now. Repeat. How was your day? It was quite busy. I had a lot of tasks. Those days can be exhausting. I'm really tired now. These are very common expressions. Now, let's expand your answer. Instead of saying, "I was busy," you can say, "I was really busy today because I had a lot of things to finish." Try to say it smoothly. Now, okay, let's move into another situation, talking about deadlines. When do you need to finish this? I need to finish it by tomorrow. That's soon. Do you think you'll make it? I think so. I just need to focus. Repeat. When do you need to finish? I need to finish it by. That's soon. Do you think you'll make it? I just need to focus. These phrases are very useful in work-related conversations. Now, let's practice. I'll give you a sentence, and you complete it. I need to finish this by. Now. Say your own answer. Maybe. I need to finish this by tonight. Try again with a different time. Now. Gee, let's move into another everyday situation. Dealing with problems at work. I'm having a bit of trouble with this task. What seems to be the problem? I'm not sure how to start. Maybe you can break it into smaller steps. Yeah, that's a good idea. Repeat. I'm having trouble. What seems to be the problem? I'm not sure how to. Maybe you can. That's a good idea. These are very practical expressions. Now, let's expand your response. Instead of saying, I don't understand, you can say, I'm not completely sure how this works. Try to say it clearly. Now. Let's move into another conversation, asking for updates. Have you made any progress? Yeah, I've made some progress, but I still have a few things to finish. All right, keep going. Repeat. Have you made any progress? I've made some progress. I still have a few things. Keep going. These are very common phrases. Now, let's practice a longer response. I've made some progress, but I still need a bit more time to finish everything. Try to say it smoothly. Now. So let's move into another real-life situation, talking about learning from mistakes. I made a mistake earlier. That's okay. We all make mistakes. Yeah, I learned something from it. That's what matters. Repeat. I made a mistake. That's okay. We all make mistakes. I learned something. That's what matters. These are very encouraging expressions. Now, let's expand your response. Instead of saying, I made a mistake, you can say, I made a mistake, but I learned from it, and I'll do better next time. Try to say it confidently. Now, let's move into another important conversation, giving feedback. What do you think about my work? I think you did a great job, but maybe you can improve a few things. Like what? Maybe you can make it a bit clearer. Repeat. What do you think about? I think you did a great job. Maybe you can improve. Make it a bit clearer. These are very useful for constructive feedback. Now, let's practice giving polite feedback. I think it's really good, but you might want to add a little more detail. Try to say it naturally. Now. Let's move into another everyday situation, ending a conversation. All right, I need to get back to work. Yeah, no problem. Talk to you later. See you? Take care. Repeat. I need to get back to work. Talk to you later. See you? Take care. These are very common closing phrases. Now, let's practice a smoother ending. All right, I need to get back to work, but it was nice talking to you. Try to say it naturally. Now, take a moment and notice how comfortable you are becoming with longer conversations. You are now able to talk about work, tasks, problems, progress, and even give feedback. Let's do one more speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, How was your work today? You can answer, It was a bit busy, but I managed to finish most of my tasks, and I learned a few new things. Now, we say it again, more smoothly. You're doing really well. Just keep going, keep repeating, and keep building your fluency. One conversation at a time. Let's continue. And now, we'll move into another very natural and important part of real American English conversations, talking about social situations, meeting people, and building connections. This is something that helps you feel more confident when speaking with others in real life. So listen carefully, and then repeat. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet too. So, what do you do? I work in an office. What about you? I'm a student right now. Now, pause and repeat slowly. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. What do you do? I work in an office. I'm a student. These are very basic but extremely important phrases. Now, let's continue the conversation. How long have you been doing that? I've been working there for about 2 years. That's great. Do you enjoy it? Yay, it's been a good experience so far. Repeat. How long have you been? I've been working there for. Do you enjoy it? It's been a good experience. These are very useful structures for longer conversations. Now, let's do a speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. What do you do? You can say, I'm currently working and also trying to improve my English. Now, try again and make it smoother. Now, say, let's move into another real-life situation, continuing a conversation with someone new. So, where are you from? I'm from a small city. What about you? I'm from a bigger city. It's quite busy there. Yeah, I can imagine. Repeat. Where are you from? I'm from. It's quite busy. I can imagine. These phrases are very common in social conversations. Now, let's expand your answer. Instead of saying I'm from a city, you can say, I'm from a small city and it's a quiet and peaceful place. Try to say it smoothly. Now, say let's move into another situation, keeping a conversation going. So, what do you like to do in your free time? I like to watch movies and spend time with friends. That sounds nice. What kind of movies do you like? I usually enjoy action movies. Repeat. What do you like to do? I like to. That sounds nice. What kind of? I usually enjoy. These patterns help you keep conversations flowing. Now, let's practice asking follow-up questions. Imagine someone says, I like music. You can ask, what kind of music do you like? Or, do you listen to music every day? Try to say both. Now, let's move into another everyday situation, reacting to news. Hey, I got a new job. Really? That's amazing. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm happy for you. Repeat. That's amazing. I'm really excited. I'm happy for you. These are very natural reactions. Now, let's expand your response. Instead of saying just, that's good, you can say, that's really great. I'm happy for you. Try to say it with feeling. Now, let's move into another situation, expressing surprise. I didn't expect that. Yeah, it happened really quickly. Wow, that's surprising. Repeat. I didn't expect that. It happened quickly. That's surprising. These expressions help you react naturally. Now, let's move into another real-life conversation, making casual invitations. Hey, do you want to join us later? Maybe. What are you guys planning? We're thinking of going out for dinner. That sounds nice. I might come. Repeat. Do you want to join us? What are you guys planning? We're thinking of. I might come. These are very common in social life. Now, let's practice accepting or declining. You can say, sure, I'd love to join. Or, I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. Or, I can't make it today. Maybe next time. Try to say all three. Now. Let's move into another important conversation, talking about experiences with people. How was your time with them? It was really nice. We had a great conversation. That's good to hear. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Repeat. How was your time? It was really nice. We had a great conversation. I enjoyed it. These phrases help you describe social experiences. Now, let's expand your answer. It was really nice. We talked about many interesting things and had a great time together. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another situation, ending a social conversation politely. It was really nice meeting you. Yeah, it was nice meeting you too. Let's stay in touch. Sure, that would be great. Repeat. It was really nice meeting you. Let's stay in touch. That would be great. These are very important for polite endings. Now, let's practice a smoother version. It was really nice meeting you. I hope we can talk again soon. Try to say it naturally. Now, take a moment and notice how your conversations are becoming more natural, more complete, and more confident. You are not just answering, you are connecting, reacting, and continuing conversations. Let's do one more speaking exercise. Imagine you meet someone new, and they ask, "What do you like to do in your free time?" You can answer, "In my free time, I like to relax, watch movies, and sometimes spend time with friends. It helps me feel refreshed." Now, say it again, more smoothly. You're doing an excellent job. Just keep practicing and let your English become more natural with every conversation. Let's continue. And now, we'll move into another very important and natural part of real American English conversations, talking about problems in daily life and how to handle them. This is something that happens to everyone, and knowing how to talk about it clearly will make your English sound much more natural and confident. So listen carefully, and then repeat. Hey, you look a bit worried. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm just dealing with a small problem. What happened? I lost my keys this morning, and I've been trying to find them. Oh no, that's frustrating. Now, see pause, and repeat slowly. You look a bit worried. I'm dealing with a problem. What happened? I lost my keys. I've been trying to find them. That's frustrating. These are very common expressions when talking about problems. Now, let's continue the conversation. Did you check everywhere? Yeah, I checked my bag, my room, and even my car. Maybe you left them somewhere outside. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Repeat. Did you check everywhere? I checked my bag, even my car. Maybe you left them. That's what I'm thinking. These phrases help you explain situations clearly. Now, let's do a speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. Have you ever lost something important? You can say, yes, I once lost my phone, and it was really stressful. Now, so try again, and add more detail. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, dealing with delays. Sorry, I'm running late. No worries, I just got here. There was a lot of traffic. Yeah, traffic can be really bad sometimes. Repeat. I'm running late. No worries. I just got here. There was a lot of traffic. Traffic can be really bad. These are very natural expressions. Now, let's expand your response. Instead of saying I'm late, you can say, I'm running a bit late because there was a lot of traffic. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another situation. Handling small misunderstandings. Wait, I think I misunderstood you. Oh, what did you think I meant? I thought you said we were meeting today. No, I meant tomorrow. Repeat. I think I misunderstood. What did you think? I thought you said. I meant. These phrases are very important in conversations. Now, let's practice a polite correction. Sorry, I think there was a misunderstanding. What I meant was something else. Try to say it clearly, now. So let's move into another everyday situation, asking for help in a public place. Excuse me, could you help me for a moment? Sure, what do you need? I'm trying to find this address. Let me see. Repeat. Excuse me, could you help me? What do you need? I'm trying to find. Let me see. These are very useful in real life. Now, let's expand your request. Excuse me, could you help me find this place? I'm not familiar with this area. Try to say it politely. Now, let's move into another situation, talking about bad experiences. How was your day? Honestly, it wasn't great. What happened? Everything just went wrong. I was late, and I couldn't finish my work. That sounds tough. Repeat. It wasn't great. Everything went wrong. I was late. I couldn't finish my work. That sounds tough. These phrases help you express negative experiences. Now, let's expand your answer. It wasn't a great day. Everything went wrong, and I felt really stressed. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another important conversation, giving support. Hey, don't worry, things will get better. Yeah, I hope so. Just take it one step at a time. That's true. Repeat. Don't worry. Things will get better. Take it one step at a time. That's true. These are very comforting expressions. Now, let's practice your own response. Imagine your friend is feeling stressed. You can say, "Don't worry. You'll be okay. Just take it step by step." Try to say it calmly. Now, let's move into another everyday situation, making complaints politely. Excuse me, I think there's a problem with my order. Oh, what seems to be the issue? I ordered something else, but I received this. I'm really sorry about that. Repeat. I think there's a problem. What seems to be the issue? I ordered. I received. I'm really sorry. These phrases are very useful in real situations. Now, let's expand your complaint. Excuse me, I think there's been a mistake. I ordered something different. Try to say it politely. Now, let's move into another situation, solving a problem together. Let's see how we can fix this. Yeah, there must be a way. We can try a different approach. That might work. Repeat. Let's see how we can fix this. There must be a way. We can try. That might work. These phrases help in teamwork and discussions. Now, let's practice a longer response. Let's see how we can fix this problem. Maybe we can try something different. Try to say it smoothly. Now, take a moment and notice how your English is becoming more flexible and expressive. You can now talk about problems, explain situations, ask for help, and give support. Let's do one more speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, "What happened today?" You can answer, "Today was a bit stressful. I had a small problem, but I managed to handle it." Now, so say it again, more naturally. Keep going. You are building real confidence in English, and your ability to handle real-life conversations is improving step by step. Let's continue. And now, we'll move into another very important and natural part of real American English conversations, talking about making decisions, expressing uncertainty, and thinking out loud. This is something native speakers do all the time, and it will help you sound much more natural and fluent. So listen carefully, and then repeat. I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, it can be hard to decide sometimes. I'm thinking about changing my routine, but I don't know if it's a good idea. Well, you can try it and see how it goes. Now, pause and repeat slowly. I'm not sure. It can be hard to decide. I'm thinking about. I don't know if it's a good idea. You can try it. See how it goes. These phrases are very common when you are unsure about something. Now, let's continue the conversation. What are you trying to decide? I'm trying to decide whether I should stay home or go out. Honestly, I'd just relax if I were you. Yeah, that might be better. Repeat. What are you trying to decide? I'm trying to decide whether, if I were you, that might be better. These structures are very useful when giving opinions and advice. Now, let's do a speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. What do you do when you can't decide something? You can say, when I can't decide, I usually take some time to think, and then choose what feels right. Now, try again, and make it smoother. Now, let's move into another real-life situation. Thinking out loud. This is very natural in English. Let me think. I'm not sure. Maybe we should try something different. Or we could just keep it simple. Yeah, that might be easier. Repeat. Let me think. I'm not sure. Maybe we should. Or we could. That might be easier. These phrases help you sound more natural when you speak. Now, let's expand your thinking. Instead of saying just, I don't know, you can say, I'm not sure yet. I need a little time to think about it. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another everyday situation, comparing options. Which one do you prefer? I think I prefer this one. It looks better. Yeah, but the other one is cheaper. That's true. It depends on what you want. Repeat. Which one do you prefer? I think I prefer. It looks better. The other one is cheaper. It depends. These phrases are very useful when comparing. Now, let's practice your own response. Imagine someone asks, which option do you like more? You can say, I think I like this one more because it feels more comfortable. Try to say it naturally. Now, say, let's move into another important conversation, expressing doubt. I'm not sure if this will work. Yeah, it might not work the way we expect. Maybe we should try something else. That could be a good idea. Repeat. I'm not sure if it might not work. Maybe we should. That could be a good idea. These phrases help you express uncertainty clearly. Now, let's expand your sentence. I'm not sure if this will work, but we can give it a try. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another situation, making quick decisions. All right, let's just do it. Yeah, no need to overthink. We'll figure it out as we go. Exactly. Repeat. let's just do it. No need to overthink. We'll figure it out. As we go. Exactly. These are very natural expressions. Now. See, let's practice a longer response. Let's just do it. We can figure things out as we go. Try to say it confidently. Now, let's move into another real-life conversation, asking for someone's opinion before deciding. What do you think I should do? I think you should take your time and not rush. Yeah, that makes sense. It's better to be sure. Repeat. What do you think I should do? I think you should. That makes sense. It's better to be sure. These are very useful patterns. Now, let's practice giving advice. Imagine someone asks you, "What should I do?" You can say, "I think you should take your time and make a careful decision." Try to say it clearly. Now, and let's move into another everyday situation, talking about choices in daily life. I had to choose between two options. Which one did you choose? I chose the simpler one. That's usually a good choice. Repeat. I had to choose. Which one did you choose? I chose. That's usually a good choice. These phrases are very common. Now, let's expand your answer. I chose the simpler option because it felt easier and more practical. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another important conversation, expressing hesitation. I'm not completely sure. Yay, I feel the same way. Maybe we should wait a little. That might be better. Repeat. I'm not completely sure. I feel the same way. Maybe we should wait. That might be better. These phrases help you sound thoughtful and natural. Now, say, let's practice your own sentence. I'm not completely sure, but, and complete it with your idea. Try to say it out loud. Now, take a moment and notice how your English is becoming more natural when you think and speak at the same time. You are learning how to express ideas, hesitation, decisions, and opinions. Let's do one more speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, "How do you usually make decisions?" You can answer, "I usually take some time to think, compare my options, and then choose what feels right." Now, I'll say it again, more smoothly. You're doing an excellent job. Keep going. Your fluency is growing stronger with every conversation you practice. Let's continue. And now, we'll move into another very important and natural part of real American English conversations, talking about memories, experiences, and storytelling. This is where your English starts to feel more alive, because you are not just speaking, you are sharing something meaningful. So listen carefully, and then repeat. Do you remember the last time we went out together? Yeah, I remember. It was a really nice day. We walked around for a while, and then had something to eat. Yeah, that was a good time. Now, so pause and repeat slowly. Do you remember? I remember. It was a really nice day. We walked around. We had something to eat. That was a good time. These are very natural storytelling phrases. Now, let's continue the conversation. What was your favorite part of that day? I think my favorite part was just relaxing and talking. Yeah, sometimes simple moments are the best. Repeat. What was your favorite part? I think my favorite part was just relaxing and talking. Simple moments are the best. These expressions help you describe memories clearly. Now, let's do a speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. What is a good memory you have? You can say, one of my favorite memories is when I spent time with my friends, and we had a great conversation. Now, mine try again, and add more detail. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, telling a short story. Yesterday, something interesting happened. Oh, really? What happened? I met someone I hadn't seen in years. Wow, that must have been surprising. Repeat. Something interesting happened. What happened? I met someone I hadn't seen in years. That must have been surprising. These are very natural storytelling phrases. Now, let's expand your story. Yesterday, something interesting happened. I met someone I hadn't seen in years, and we had a really nice conversation. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another situation, reacting to stories. That sounds amazing. Really? I'm glad you think so. Yeah, it must have been a great experience. Repeat. That sounds amazing. I'm glad you think so. It must have been a great experience. These are very useful reactions. Now, let's practice your own response. Imagine someone tells you a story. You can say, that sounds really interesting. I'm glad you had that experience. Try to say it naturally. Now, let's move into another important conversation, describing past feelings. How did you feel at that moment? I felt really happy and relaxed. That's great. Those moments are special. Repeat. How did you feel? I felt really happy. I felt relaxed. Those moments are special. These phrases help you express emotions clearly. Now, let's expand your answer. At that moment, I felt really happy and relaxed because everything was going well. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another situation, talking about changes over time. You've changed a lot. Yeah, I've learned a lot over the past few years. That's true. You seem more confident now. Thanks. I've been working on it. Repeat. You've changed a lot. I've learned a lot over the past few years. You seem more confident. I've been working on it. These are very useful expressions. Now, let's practice your own sentence. Over the past few months, I've, and complete it with your idea. Try to say it out loud. Now. Let's move into another everyday conversation, talking about plans connected to memories. We should do that again sometime. Yeah, that would be nice. Let's plan it soon. Sure, let's do that. Repeat. We should do that again. That would be nice. Let's plan it. Let's do that. These phrases are very common in friendly conversations. Now, let's expand your response. We should do that again sometime. I really enjoyed it. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another important conversation, describing events step by step. First, we met at a cafe. Then we walked around. And after that, we had dinner. That sounds like a perfect day. Repeat. First. Then. After that. We had dinner. That sounds like. These words help you organize your story clearly. Now, let's practice telling your own short story. You can say, First, I finished my work. Then I took a break. And after that, I watched something and relaxed. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another situation, sharing lessons from experiences. What did you learn from that experience? I learned that it's important to stay patient and keep trying. That's a valuable lesson. Repeat. What did you learn? I learned that. It's important to. That's a valuable lesson. These phrases help you express deeper thoughts. Now, let's expand your answer. I learned that it's important to stay patient and not give up, even when things are difficult. Try to say it clearly. Now. Then take a moment and notice how your English is becoming more expressive. You are not just speaking, you are telling stories, sharing feelings, and connecting ideas. Let's do one more speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, "Can you tell me about something interesting that happened recently?" You can answer, "Recently, something interesting happened. I met someone I hadn't seen in a long time, and we had a really meaningful conversation." Now, say it again, more smoothly. You're doing an excellent job. Just keep going. Your English is becoming more natural, more expressive, and more confident with every step. Let's continue. And now, we'll move into another very important and natural part of real American English conversations, talking about opinions in a deeper way, agreeing, disagreeing politely, and explaining your thoughts more clearly. This is where your English starts to sound more advanced and more confident. So listen carefully and then repeat. What do you think about this idea? Honestly, I think it's a really good idea. Yeah? What makes you say that? Well, I think it could be very helpful and practical. Now, pause and repeat slowly. What do you think about? Honestly, I think it's a really good idea. What makes you say that? I think it could be helpful and practical. These expressions help you explain your opinion clearly. Now, let's continue the conversation. I'm not completely convinced. Really, why not? I just feel like it might not work in every situation. That's a fair point. Repeat. I'm not completely convinced. Why not? I just feel like it might not work. That's a fair point. These phrases help you disagree politely. Now, let's do a speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. What do you think about practicing English every day? You can say, I think it's very important because it helps you improve faster and become more confident. Now, try again and make it smoother. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, comparing opinions. Some people think it's better to study alone. Yeah, but others prefer studying with friends. I think both ways can be helpful, depending on the person. That makes sense. Repeat. Some people think. Others prefer. I think both ways. Depending on. That makes sense. These phrases help you discuss ideas more naturally. Now, let's expand your answer. I think both ways can be helpful, depending on what works best for you. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another important conversation, expressing strong opinions. I really believe that consistency is the key to improvement. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Without consistency, it's hard to make progress. Repeat. I really believe that. Consistency is the key. I completely agree. It's hard to make progress. These expressions sound more confident and advanced. Now, let's practice your own sentence. I really believe that. And complete it with your idea. Try to say it out loud. Now, let's move into another situation. Softening your opinion. This is very important in polite conversations. I think it might be a good idea to try something different. Yeah, that could work. I'm not saying it's the best option, but it's worth trying. Repeat. I think it might be. That could work. I'm not saying. It's worth trying. These phrases help you sound polite and thoughtful. Now, let's expand your response. I think it might be a good idea, but we can also consider other options. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another real-life conversation, asking for clarification in opinions. What do you mean by that? I mean that we should focus more on practice. Oh, I see what you mean. Repeat. What do you mean by that? I mean that. I see what you mean. These are very useful in discussions. Now, let's practice a longer version. I see what you mean, but I think we should also think about other factors. Try to say it clearly. Now, let's move into another situation, giving examples to support your opinion. For example, when you practice every day, you start to feel more comfortable. Yeah, that's true. Repeat. For example, when you start to feel. That's true. These structures make your English more detailed. Now, let's expand your sentence. For example, when you practice every day, you start to feel more comfortable and confident. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another important conversation, reacting thoughtfully. That's an interesting point. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it that way before. It gives a different perspective. Repeat. That's an interesting point. I hadn't thought about it. It gives a different perspective. These phrases help you sound engaged in conversations. Now, let's practice your own response. Imagine someone shares an idea. You can say, "That's an interesting point. I hadn't thought about it that way before." Try to say it naturally. Now, let's move into another everyday situation, summarizing your thoughts. So, overall, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I agree. It might not be perfect, but it's definitely worth trying. Repeat. Overall, I think it's a good idea. It might not be perfect. It's worth trying. These phrases help you conclude your opinion clearly. Now, let's expand your summary. Overall, I think it's a good idea, even though it might not be perfect. Try to say it smoothly. Now, take a moment and notice how your English is becoming more advanced. You are now able to express opinions, give reasons, compare ideas, and respond thoughtfully. Let's do one more speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, "What do you think is the best way to improve English?" You can answer, "I think the best way to improve English is to practice every day, listen carefully, and speak as much as possible." Now, say it again, more smoothly. You're doing an amazing job. Your English is now more structured, more expressive, and more natural than before. Let's continue. And now, we'll move into the final stage of building your real American English fluency. Combining everything you've learned, into longer, smoother, and more natural conversations. This part will help you speak more freely, without stopping too much, and without overthinking. So listen carefully, and then repeat, with a relaxed and confident voice. Hey, how have you been lately? I've been pretty good, just trying to stay busy and focus on my goals. That's nice to hear. What kind of goals are you working on? I'm mainly trying to improve myself, especially my English and daily habits. That's great. It's always good to keep improving. Now, pause and repeat slowly. How have you been lately? I've been pretty good, trying to stay busy, focus on my goals. I'm trying to improve myself. It's always good to keep improving. These sentences are longer, but still natural and easy to use. Now, let's continue the conversation. Do you feel like you're making progress? Yeah, I think so. It's slow sometimes, but I can see small improvements. That's the most important thing. Progress takes time. Exactly. I've learned to be more patient. Repeat. Do you feel like? I think so. It's slow sometimes. I can see small improvements. Progress takes time. I've learned to be more patient. These expressions are very natural in deeper conversations. Now, let's do a speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. Do you feel like you are improving your English? You can say, yes, I feel like I'm improving slowly, and I'm becoming more confident when I speak. Now, try again and make it smoother. Now, let's move into a longer real-life conversation, combining many ideas together. So, what does a normal day look like for you? Well, these days, I try to start my day early, then I focus on my work, and I also try to spend some time practicing English. That sounds like a productive routine. Yeah, I'm trying to stay consistent. That's the key. Consistency really makes a difference. Repeat. These days, I try to start my day early. I focus on my work. I try to spend time practicing. I'm trying to stay consistent. Consistency makes a difference. These patterns bring everything together. Now, let's expand your answer. These days, I try to start my day early, focus on my work, and spend time improving my English. Little by little, try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another natural conversation, reflecting on your journey. When did you start learning English seriously? I started focusing on it more seriously a while ago, when I realized how important it is. Yeah, it really opens many opportunities. Exactly. That's why I want to keep improving. Repeat. When did you start? I started focusing on it a while ago. It's really important. It opens opportunities. I want to keep improving. These expressions are very meaningful. Now, let's practice your own response. I started learning English seriously when, and complete it with your own story. Try to say it out loud. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, expressing confidence and future vision. Where do you see yourself in the future? I see myself speaking English fluently and confidently, without hesitation. That's a great goal. Yeah, I'm working towards it, step by step. Repeat. Where do you see yourself? I see myself speaking fluently, without hesitation. I'm working towards it. Step by step. These phrases are powerful and motivating. Now, let's expand your answer. I see myself speaking English fluently, communicating clearly, and feeling confident in every situation. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another important conversation, encouraging yourself and others. Sometimes it feels difficult. Yeah, but you shouldn't give up. I know, I just need to stay consistent. Exactly. Small steps every day lead to big progress. Repeat. Sometimes it feels difficult. You shouldn't give up. I need to stay consistent. Small steps every day lead to big progress. These are very powerful ideas. Now, let's practice your own sentence. Even if it feels difficult, and complete it. Try to say it confidently. Now, let's move into a final natural conversation, bringing everything together. So, what have you learned from all this practice? I've learned that speaking English is not about being perfect. It's about being confident and consistent. That's true, and you've improved a lot. Thanks. I'm still learning, but I feel much better now. Repeat. What have you learned? It's not about being perfect. It's about being confident. I've improved. I'm still learning. I feel much better. These sentences reflect real fluency. Now, let's expand your answer. I've learned that it's not about being perfect. It's about practicing every day and speaking with confidence. Try to say it smoothly. Now, take a deep breath and realize how far you've come. You started with simple sentences, and now you can understand, respond, explain, and express yourself in longer and more natural conversations. This is real progress, and this is how fluency is built, step by step, with patience, practice, and consistency. Let's do one final speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, "How has your English improved?" You can answer, "My English has improved a lot because I practice regularly, listen carefully, and try to speak as much as possible." Now, say it again, more smoothly, and with confidence. Keep practicing, keep repeating, and keep believing in yourself, because you are already on the path to speaking English fluently. Let's continue. And now, where we'll gently bring everything together by practicing longer, more natural conversations that flow smoothly from one idea to another. This will help you feel more comfortable speaking without stopping and help your English sound more connected and natural. So listen carefully and then repeat with a calm and steady rhythm. Hey, how was your day overall? It was actually quite productive. I managed to finish most of my work, and I also took some time to relax. That sounds like a good balance. It's important not to overwork yourself. Yeah, I've been trying to manage my time better. Now, pause and repeat slowly. How was your day overall? It was quite productive. I managed to finish. I took some time to relax. That sounds like a good balance. I've been trying to manage my time. These are very natural, connected ideas. Now, let's continue the conversation. Do you feel satisfied with what you did today? Yeah, I do. I feel like I used my time well. That's great. It always feels good when you have a productive day. Exactly. It makes me feel more motivated. Repeat. Do you feel satisfied? I feel like I used my time well. It always feels good. It makes me feel more motivated. These expressions show reflection and emotion. Now. So let's do a speaking practice. I'll ask you a question, and you answer out loud. How do you feel after a productive day? You can say, after a productive day, I feel satisfied, relaxed, and more motivated to continue. Now, try again and make it smoother. Now, let's move into another natural conversation, talking about improving yourself over time. Do you think you've changed recently? Yeah, I think I've become more focused and more patient. That's a really positive change. I've been working on improving myself, step by step. Repeat. Do you think you've changed? I've become more focused, more patient. That's a positive change. I've been working on improving. These phrases show personal growth. Now, let's expand your answer. I think I've changed because I've become more focused, more patient, and more aware of my goals. Try to say it smoothly. Now, let's move into another everyday conversation, expressing thoughts about learning. Do you enjoy learning English now? Yeah, I enjoy it more than before because I can understand more and express myself better. That's great. It means you're improving. Exactly. It feels rewarding. Repeat. Do you enjoy learning? I enjoy it more than before. I can understand more. Express myself better. It feels rewarding. These are very meaningful expressions. Now, let's practice your own response. I enjoy learning English because, and complete it. Try to say it naturally now. Now, let's move into another conversation, connecting ideas smoothly. Sometimes I feel tired, but I still try to practice. Yeah, that's important. Even a little practice is better than nothing. Exactly. Small efforts add up over time. That's how real progress happens. Repeat. Sometimes I feel tired. I still try to practice. Even a little practice. Small efforts add up. That's how progress happens. These sentences are very powerful. Now, let's expand your sentence. Sometimes I feel tired, but I still try to practice because I know it will help me improve. Try to say it smoothly now. Let's move into another natural conversation, expressing confidence. Do you feel more confident speaking English now? Yeah, I do. I'm not perfect, but I feel much more comfortable than before. That's a big improvement. Yeah, I just keep practicing and learning. Repeat. Do you feel more confident? I'm not perfect. I feel more comfortable. That's a big improvement. I keep practicing. These expressions reflect real fluency. Now, let's practice a longer response. I feel more confident speaking English now because I practice regularly and try not to be afraid of making mistakes. Try to say it clearly. Now. See, let's move into one more flowing conversation, combining everything you've learned. So, what's your next goal? My next goal is to become even more fluent and speak without hesitation. That's a great goal. You're already making good progress. Thanks. I just need to stay consistent and keep going. Repeat. What's your next goal? My next goal is to speak without hesitation. You're making good progress. I need to stay consistent. These phrases bring everything together. Now, let's expand your answer. My next goal is to become more fluent, speak naturally, and feel confident in every conversation. Try to say it smoothly. Now, take a moment and feel your progress. You can now understand, respond, explain, describe, and express your thoughts in a much more natural way. You are not just learning English anymore. You are using it. Let's do one final speaking exercise. Imagine someone asks you, "How would you describe your English journey?" You can answer, "My English journey has been slow, but steady. I've learned a lot, and I'm becoming more confident every day because I keep practicing." Now, say it again, slowly, clearly, and confidently. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today and for practicing your English step by step. I truly hope you feel more confident, more comfortable, and more connected to the language after going through these real-life conversations with me. Remember, improving your English is not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, listening carefully, speaking as much as you can, and allowing yourself to grow naturally over time. Even if you make mistakes, that's completely okay, because every mistake is part of your learning journey. If you found this practice helpful, keep coming back and repeat it again. Try to speak along with me, pause when you need to, and really feel the rhythm of English. The more you repeat, the more natural it will become for you. And most importantly, believe in yourself. Because you are improving, even if it feels slow sometimes. You are moving forward, one sentence at a time. Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep speaking. And I'll see you in the next lesson.